GM, GM, we are live. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a great start to their day. Probably only going to be able to run 2 drafts. I got some stuff on the home front I got to take care of. Oh, and we're waiting for 10. We're waiting for 10. So this will truly be a friends and family room. I usually join these right before I start, so hopefully no one tried to game the system and is in an underflow. But appreciate you all so much. Yesterday, of course, when we went live, Underdog was not working, but we did fight through that. We got in some great drafts. Great stream yesterday. We're going to keep that up today. Go AZ Cards notes. For the record, my candle should always be up front. Carry on. Go AZ Cards. I am working on a way to display the candles for Candle Cam, not just the ones that are lit. So I'm working on it. These are all things going forward that I want to have for the members, just like you, Go AZ Cards. Would appreciate you. We'll see what we can. We'll see what we can do. Make sure you're front and center there. Tiger Uppercut, GM to you. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you so much, Tiger Uppercut. And likewise, call me Misha. Good morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Call me Misha. Don't think there was a ton of news yesterday. We did have AJ Dillon signing with the with the Panthers, which some people are saying is good news for the Chuba Hubbard contingent. I don't know how much to read into that. They're certainly live to take somebody, but I think it does sort of solidify that they're not bringing in anyone that's going to threaten them, at least from the veteran side of the world. They're still definitely live to draft somebody. You never know, but that's that was out there. Don't think AJ Dillon should be on anyone's draft board at this point unless something radically changes. But we did get the typical like best shape of his life, like looks motivated kind of speak, which you always love to see. It is one of the best parts of the spring and summer that we get. So getting a little taste of that early is fun. Yeah, the Chad Candle stream is like exactly Tiger Uppercut. Appreciate you so much, Steven. GM Chad, GM to you, Steven. This is a big board for folks wondering, waiting for 8, but appreciate you, Steven. Likewise, Willie MM. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day, Willie. Arlock's noting happy madness. It is. I think most brackets lock at noon 15, I think, Eastern time. I mean, check your brackets, but make sure you get those in. Make sure you Venmo your friends if you're doing that, because no one likes to chase down the rogue brackets out there. I've definitely cut back my March Madness. Every year I just hemorrhage bracket fees, and this year I'm like, you know what? I'm doing like 2. So this will be the year that the bracket absolutely smashes, of course. Call me Misha. Fell asleep during a draft, went 5-7-7-1. Might not be the worst draft I've ever done. I guess it all depends on that one, huh? And if it was like 5 late QBs, maybe. I think structurally it could work. It sort of depends on your onesies there. Bird Enthusiast, good morning to you, Bird Enthusiast. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Appreciate you so much for coming in and hanging out. Steven says they still have Brooks, but must be worried about the injury history. Yeah. I mean, that said, like, most teams carry 3 backs that they feel good about. I didn't see the details of the contract. I mean, I imagine he's definitely live to be a camp cut if they draft somebody and there's a training camp battle. But yeah, I guess if you really want to read tea leaves, that's they have to be worried about that, right? With the double ACL surgeries there for Brooks. I have a lot more Brooks than I thought I did. Like, I don't know when I got all this Brooks. I don't remember doing this. Because I feel like I was like, oh, I should sprinkle some in. And somehow, oh no, I have 3.7%. I don't actually have that much Brooks. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I swear I thought I had like 20% of him. So there you go. That's actually kind of what I expected. Gunnar Ross, GM to you. Hope you're having a great day. Arlox, you have a Final Four to share. I'm filling mine out. It's so chalky. I have like Duke winning it all. Let me see what my bracket is. It's so chalky. I have like all 1 seeds and a 2 seed. So it's It's definitely more for like the you know what? I'm not even logged in on this machine here. I'm pretty sure it's the only one seed I had losing was Florida. I think I had Houston in the Final Four, and then otherwise it was Duke. It was Duke, Michigan, and probably Arizona. But I don't like Arizona. You guys know I'm a Sun Devil, so I don't want to have Arizona in the Final Four. I don't want to live in that world. So we'll see. But no, Arlux, I have no alpha to share on the bracket. Oh, likely. All right. Yeah. Could be fun. I don't mind that. Hello, Chad and the eternal battle of fantasy football and Espanol versus traffic. Well, appreciate you, fantasy football and Espanol. I wish I could bring you traffic and weather together, but unfortunately, I don't know your local I don't know your local forecast. I do know that there's heavy traffic wherever you are driving at 8:36 a.m. The QBs were Herbert, Murray, Mendoza, Brissett, and Penix. Yeah, why not? Seems like fun. I mean, probably didn't need to tack on Penix there, but who knows? You never know. Some of these weird structures can work. Arlox was chalk last year. I think we're in for chalk again. Yeah, I think the problem is with like NIL. I think the chalk is going to keep getting better. Like the gap between the haves and the have-nots is so killer because it's just so easy to poach, the one elite player on that like random small school. It's harder to keep those teams together. So I think it's just, every year the chalk gets stronger, unfortunately. So that's my fear, but you never know. I mean, there's still going to be upsets and stuff, but I'm going with the chalk. Hey, Toxic Tower, GM to you. Toxic Tower was on last night. It was a fantastic show as always. If y'all don't sub to the Toxic Tower, you definitely should give those guys a sub because they're putting out a lot of stuff and do a ton of things for their members. They are well worth the memby there. GM Candle Nation. Hey, GM to you, Greg. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out this morning. Crutches notes at the Valspar. The Valspar has started and Cantlay is 1 under through 1. Now, did Cantlay start on the par 5? He started on 10. So, I mean, my goodness. And it was a 27-foot birdie. I mean, does anyone run better? People are asking, but we're, we've got two guys who started, Matty Schmid and Nick Taylor, both 1 under through 1. Nick Taylor, though, unless he makes the 19-footer, is about to go back to even. So not great. Just got to overcome 2 back-to-back withdrawals. That's it. That's all we need. And we're off. We got the 10 hole. Bird enthusiast at the 6, Tiger uppercut at the 8, myself at the 10, Crutches at the 12. If anyone else is in here, please identify yourself per the terms of service of YouTube. All right, let's see what we can get. Let me switch this. I'm not feeling feeding the ducks today. We'll go to night driving. All right, so from the 10 hole, the new flavor of the draft is Justin Jefferson. So maybe we'll grab him there. I think I managed to get to, what is my Jefferson exposure? I'm curious. 11.8%. So I got a little bit, pretty close to market on him at the slightly better price. But again, I don't think it's I don't think that's too meaningful getting him at 10 versus 14. I'll pull the board up. People can see what's going on. Bijan, Gibbs, Chase, Puka, Taylor, JSN. So JSN goes 1 pick after he normally does. And we'll see if anything falls to us. Jefferson at the 7. So there you go. That is aggressive pulling him up there. But hey, why not? I mean, what's the real difference between 7 and 10 in the first round? And so are we taking Amon-Ra? Are we taking James Cook? You know what? I'll take James Cook here. Yesterday we did an Amon-Ra drafter. I feel like I haven't gotten Cook in a while, so let's just grab that. Stefan notes Michigan State, Florida, Gonzaga, Ohio State. Well, that is not going to be duped very often, Stefan. I hear the I listened to about 3 podcasts about the bracket, but absolutely none of them were excited about Michigan State. So it seems like you will be on a very small island, and then not taking Duke or Michigan. I think you're going to be on a teensy tiny island that's on a lake on the island that you're on. All right, let's A-Chain is falling out of favor, but we'll grab him still. The good folks at Leg Up aren't panicking, so neither should we. Crutches gets Amon-Ra at 12. That's pretty nice. Amon-Ra Genti. That's might be slightly uncommon. That's a little bit of a fall there for Amon-Ra. But we'll take Cook and A-Chain. We'll go with the AFC East situation here. Otherwise, Ken Walker, he gets pulled up to pick 11 in this room. I think I have some Cook A-Chain teams, but they've actually mostly been from the 12 hole. If I have another one, I think that's probably where I grabbed that. Otherwise, we got Tiger Uppercut going, CMC Saquon, Bird Enthusiast with JSN Trey McBride, and now we're wrapping around the corner. But truly appreciate all of you so much for coming in, hanging out. Don't appreciate Nick Taylor giving one back at the second here, but that's the way she goes. Valspar is a tough event. The cut is typically over par, so we will not panic early. And got to change one setting real quick while we're on the fly. All right. Sweet. We're off and running. Bowers pick 23. Derrick Henry at 24. Man, this is an interesting room. I feel like I've wanted Bijan Henry, and I don't think I've gotten it. So nice for the one hole there. Adds George Pickens, who I confess is not my favorite click of the range. Hopefully they get that contract sorted out, but there's like a modicum of weird holdout contract risk. I feel like that's not being priced in at all. Maybe I'm overblowing that in March, but if anyone is going to hold out and be malcontent about being on the franchise tag, it's George Pickens. So we'll see about that. A long time for that to get sorted, but you know, Jerry Jones is not the most rational actor. George Pickens is not the most rational actor. So we're dealing with a lot of volatility in my mind there. The sidekick loves Rashee Rice. Speaking of volatility, not very concerned about the suspension risk, or should I say the Sims are modeling in a suspension risk, and despite that, they are still aggressively recommending Rashee Rice there in the third round from the kick. So I will agree with that. I feel like if Rashee Rice is not on the commissioner's exempt list, he represents a pretty nice pick there. Purple Yosh, GM to you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. We've got a great start to this team with Cook, A-Chain, and Rice. Crutches goes Amon-Ra, Genti, Flowers, Devonta Smith, Travion Henderson at pick 38. I think this is a sprint to the podium for Kyron here. I'm pretty out on Bucky. I think he's going to keep on falling, but getting Kyron as RB3 in round 4, I will not say no to that. That seems like a nice buy. Bucky goes the very next pick, and we're off and running. Poor Bird Enthusiast. I think running back kind of dried up on him. Don't know if he was hoping to get Javonte there, but it is a truly difficult landscape, especially when you look. The right side of the board tends to get very running back heavy. You see this a lot if you don't have a piss boy over here on the right, you can end up with a huge sea of green on this side, just the way the ADP shake out. And we're kind of seeing that a little bit in this room. Although Crutch is kind of going anchor RB with Genty from the 12 hole. Kind of a nice structure here, getting Flowers and Devonta gives him, if he wants, 2 outs to rushing quarterbacks that kind of go in that range if you want them. So I do like both of those guys because I think they're good on their own, but they're also really fun to pair the quarterbacks up with. Let's see what other folks are doing. Bird Enthusiast, though, yeah, he does not reach up and grab a back. He takes Emeka Egbuka there. He's the only one without a running back. Nobody else is doing anything too interesting structurally, although me in the 11 hole, sort of identical starts with 2 running backs, a receiver, and then a third back. So kind of interesting, just again, the way the ADPs fall. I feel like you end up with teams built similarly and it's very like side of the board dependent. All right, Waddle in this draft goes at pick 51. So I've seen him go earlier in a couple drafts yesterday, I think that we did. To me, pick 51 seems about right. I'm not aggressively moving him up like some in the market are. I guess I said that Lamar goes at, I feel like I've seen Lamar at 60, but his ADP is 50. So there you go. I was wrong on that. I thought there was a chance he'd make it all the way back, and he has not. So another interesting thing about the sidekick is it's really not afraid to get aggressive with a 4th running back before a skill position player. Like right here, it's recommending Swift as RB4 over, say, Lemon or whomever. So I'm going to agree with the sidekick on this one. Get a 4th running back, and then see what we can see here. Hey, Bindles, appreciate you. Thanks for coming in, hanging out with the scat with the scat emoji there. I was working on some emojis there yesterday and got interrupted, so I didn't get to add what I wanted to. But so now the sidekick wants me to take Jaden Daniels. Very interesting. Instead of a wide receiver, I would normally be inclined to take a receiver here, but you know what? We'll top click. We'll do a little top clicking there. Crutches, he gets Tootin and Monty. That feels pretty nice, I think. Especially just having gotten Genty and then some receivers. That could have potentially dried up a little more. So I think that's because to me, there's a little bit of a tier break. I don't consider RJ Harvey in the same tier as those two. You guys know I'm not a big Tootin guy, but I do see the bull case, even if I disagree with it. I don't see that as much with Harvey. With Dobbins coming back, them paying him a lot, and the usage on Harvey was just not what we hoped for. So not too bad. We add Jaden Daniels to the team, deny him to the McLaurin drafter, but the McLaurin drafter had Jamar Chase, so they get Joe Burrow as a consolation prize. It is funny how last year it felt like it was such a big deal. The 1.1 was Jamar Chase, so you had a huge question: do you take Joe Burrow at the 4-5 turn, or do you try to push him to the 6-7 turn? And then you had the integrity protectors who would snap off unstacked Burrow. This year, nobody has a problem with the Jamar Chase drafter getting Joe Burrow at pick 70. You see this all the time. So it's just kind of funny what a difference a year makes. And Burrow, I don't really understand why last year we were really, it was generally accepted to take him at 4-5. And this year, we're like, yeah, pick 70 seems good. And he got hurt. He was really good when he wasn't hurt. And this is also a year where we're like jamming 3 quarterbacks. It feels to me like there's a lot of like inconsistency in how we're playing things. The 1 and 2 hole, though, they're really hogging wide receivers. They've taken 10 receivers with their last 10 picks combined. So a ton of wide receivers going in this range, kind of balancing out all the running backs on this side. So we're very competitive room here. I'll say that, especially as someone who kind of needs a wide receiver. Dinah needs a wide receiver. Joel, hey, GM to you. Appreciate you so much, Joel. Hope you're having a great day. Likewise, Ultimate White Male. It's good to be with you, Ultimate White Male. I hope you're having a great start to your day. Appreciate you so much. Tiger uppercut. What is a man without his integrity? That's what happened. I mean, nobody wants to protect the integrity of the draft anymore. And it used to be a fundamental part of it, and now it's not. I'm very surprised it's recommending a 5th running back over Mahomes here, especially when I can get Mahomes and Rashee Rice, and then I can like potentially just stop it at quarterback. I'm gonna let Jaylen Warren go here. To me, that it's hard to feel like that's a priority. I know the Sims know all, but man, they must really have faith in the late wide receivers. Greg says, good point, Chad. What the QB landscape the way it is feels simply silly to leave a draft without one of the top 5. I mean, yeah, I it's kind of funny because I feel like we're taking 3, so we're okay not taking the elites, but yeah, it's just, it feels a little weird the way we're playing it. Gosh, it wants Algier. You know what? I'm going to listen to the sidekick here. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. We'll take 5 running backs. The left side of the board has hogged all the receivers, so we're going to hog all the running backs here. So we're really in the hands of the sidekick. We got a 2-5-1-0. Jaden Daniels, Pat Mahomes, James Cook, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams, DeAndre Swift, and Tyler Algier. And then Rashee Rice, the only member of this very lonely wide receiver room. Crutches wanted a T-Law Jacoby turn, however, was denied it by the evil Flackoff, who took T-Law there as a consolation. Crutches gets Herbert at the turn. Where did he not go yet? Jacoby Myers not draft. Oh, Jacoby Myers is slipping. So the 1 and 2 hole can take another receiver, because why not? Let's see them do it. Dirt Bike Luke says, speaking of integrity, how are we feeling about Deshaun Watson? Clearly okay. Rashee, I actually don't feel good about Deshaun Watson, and it's yeah, the 2 hole took Jacoby Myers. I mean, I can't say anything because I have 5 running backs, and but my God, I just think Deshaun Watson didn't look good, like playing football. Like people forget how not great he was even before he signed the contract with Cleveland, and then he was bad there. I don't know what we're thinking back to like 6 years ago now. That's why I'm so perplexed by the Deshaun Watson thing. It's like the last few times we've seen him, he was not good. I don't get it. Problem with last year was to take Burrow at 4-5. You had to take him over Hurts, which was objectively bad process. Fair, but we're doing that this year a lot of the time. They kind of go back to back, right, Joel? And I'll run into that same question where I have T. Higgins and then Hurts and Burrow are there. And then what do? I agree with you. Last year I was taking Hurts every time. This year I find myself flipping. So I don't know. It's funny. It's still a question this year. Arlox is I missed what you're curious about, Arlox. I'm sorry. JJ not even going to be the QB2 this year. JJ, hold on. I got to pick. I'm going to take Wandale over Worthy. I'm really not that excited about Worthy. I know I have Mahomes. If Worthy comes back, we'll probably take him. But we'll see what the machine wants us to do. I have a mental guess what I think Crutches is going to do here. We'll see if I'm right. JJ, not JJ. I'm like, why am I so confused at who JJ is? Sorry, you're going to have to help me. Oh, Crutches goes Goff. Well, I guess that makes sense. He has Amon-Ra. Okay. I thought he was going to just double tap Reed and Love because you get an instant stack there. So I was, see, I'll tell you guys when I'm wrong, even if I'm not saying it out loud. Oh boy. Do I want Reed or Worthy here? I think I'm actually going to go Reed. With Romeo Doubs on the move, I don't know if I only have 2 wide receivers. I don't know if I want 2 out of my 3 to be a double stack. especially when I think Worthy's not that great. Oh, JJ McCarthy. Are you talking about on the QB2 on the Vikings? I thought you meant QB2 overall. That's why I was confused. Watson hasn't done anything since they were playing in front of empty stadiums because of COVID. That's what I'm saying, Joel. That's why I'm just like extra confused by the Watson talk. It's not like it's only he got suspended in the prime of his career. It's like he was bad. Oh, the Vikings signed Wentz. Gross. Okay, sorry, Craig. I missed this news. That's why when I thought you were talking about like overall QB2, and I'm like, what am I missing here? Yeah, that is kind of gross. Wentz though. Wentz was one of those jerseys you could get on Fanatics for $9.99, a Carson Wentz Colts jersey. So that opportunity went begging. I did not grab one of those because I don't need a Carson Wentz Colts jersey. But yeah, that's man. Maybe Wentz is there to teach to teach JJ McCarthy how to not throw the ball at 600 miles an hour to a receiver 4 yards downfield. He's he probably is responsible for breaking a lot of fingers in pickup football with his buddies as a kid. But yeah, what we need though, what this drafter here needs is some wide receivers, because we are well behind the wide receiving 8-ball. But you know what? The sidekick knows there's a lot of receivers in this range. So assuming it doesn't dry up entirely, we're live to do okay. Let's see Bird Enthusiast. Let's check in on him. He's in at the 6 hole. JSN, McBride, Higgins, Egbuka, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Tyson. So he goes 0 RB. How does he land the plane? Ramondre, Dowdle, Tony Pollard, Coker, and Concepcion. Not bad. I like all these guys. Dowdle, Ramondre, and Tony Pollard. So not too bad there from the Bird Enthusiast. Tiger Uppercut. He goes 2, 3, 4, 1. CMC, Saquon, AJ Brown, Ladd, Scat, Hurts. So possibly a bunch of Eagles, possibly just one Eagle. Fannin, Addison. Hold on. We are on the clock. I think I agree with the machine that I want Josh Downs in this range of guy. So let's just grab that. We'll go back and continue to check out Tiger Uppercut. Fannin, Addison, QJ, Baker, and Shakir. Don't think he has Baker stacked with anyone yet, but that's okay. All right. Crutches on the turn. He takes Boston and someone else. Who are we going to take? He takes Dallas Goedert here. He takes Dallas Goedert. The sidekick has pushed up Travis Kelce quite a bit for me. I think I agree with that. I am tempted by Brenton Strange for sure, but I think Kelce does make sense with Mahomes. We'll get a KC double. What could go wrong here? What could go wrong? All right, so we do finally add somebody to the tight end room. I'll pull the board up. People can see what's going on. Arlox asks, where's Love getting drafted? Titans and Giants both in it seems. Yeah, I think, was it Schechter came out and was saying that like the Titans aren't going to take him? I can't remember who it was. It was one of the bigger NFL writers was saying they thought the Love watch really begins at 5. I don't know. Obviously, I'm really hoping it's just not to the Giants. My ideal spot for him would be the Commanders, as far as like hashtag my bags. I also think it would be one of the more fun landing spots for Jordan Love there. That's kind of in the realistic drafting range. And I think it just makes a lot of sense there. Crutches was bad. Everyone I wanted legit gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I remember, you like Downs. I don't know if your thoughts on Jennings. Still waiting for Jennings to sign. Kind of crazy that he hasn't signed. I guess that's one of those where the real market kind of diverges from the best ball people. And by best ball people, it would be myself. I thought Jennings was pretty good and was going to sign somewhere on day one, and he's still out there. So we will see. We will see where he ends up. All right. Checking in on your Valspar updates. Alex Smalley in the lead by himself at 2 under through 5. Any notables at the bottom? Brooks Koepka and Victor Hovland 1 over through 3 and 2 respectively. So the Copperhead showing its teeth early for some of the better golfers out there. Purple Yosh asks, Candles, were you able to take advantage of the UD Open overlay? I was only able to do 15 because of the dinger grind. I was absolutely crushed by real life obligations, and I got 0. No, that's not true. I got 1 Underdog Open in. So, no, I was not able to take advantage of it, which kind of stinks because I like this week and had some strong opinions, but I did not have time to draft off of any of it. I'm going to just take Bretton Strange. I feel like that seems good. I know he's not super high in the sidekick, but that's quite the fall there. Apologies, Mr. Crutches. I know you're the I know you're the T-Law drafter, but that's a little bit of too much ADP value for me to pass up there. Yeah. All right, Travis Hunter goes. I guess another Jaguar makes sense. The sidekick wants me to take another tight end. I'm just very perplexed by some of the recommendations. Yeah, Omar Cooper was who I would have had my eye on there. Mitchell is gone. So is Chris Rodriguez. So there are the two guys that are that have risen quite a bit that sometimes can be in these rooms in non-stream drafts. I guess I'll take Jerry Jeudy. Again, a guy I'm weirdly finding myself overweight on that I'm not actually like super duper enamored with, but seems competent enough. So for the audio listeners, we got Jaden Daniels, Pat Mahomes, James Cook, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Algier, wide receiver room of Rashee Rice, Wan'Dale Robinson, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, and Jerry Jeudy, and tight ends of Kelsey and Shakir. Crutches kind of wanted Keaton there with Herbert, but annoying. Didn't need a 6th, I guess. Yeah, I like Keaton Mitchell a lot. I'll be honest. I don't know if he would have made it past me at 154. It would have been a choice. I think Keaton Mitchell is a phenomenal pick right now in this range. So C-Rod at 150, Keaton Mitchell 152. These are guys that you probably could get a little later in a non-stream room. That is the one danger, because at this point I'm doing all my Underdog drafts on stream. So some of these guys like this, I'm going to have a hard time getting. That's more of a DraftKings play for me, I guess, at this point. But that is a-okay. No worries on that. We will have plenty of those guys, especially post-draft if they if the landscape doesn't change too much there. Still very curious on Jacksonville. I mean, C-Rod here at 150 is either going to be the best pick of the entire winter and spring, or be so funny when they when the chips come down. Hey, Who-Hams, sup fam, sup Who-Hams. I hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you so much. Hold on. What's going on here? I got the dreaded message from the kid's school. I don't think it's urgent though, but I accidentally cleared it. We'll figure it out later. All right, let's see. Pull the board back up. AJ Barner, Hunter Henry goes. Emmanuel Wilson, he's another guy that could be pretty interesting. Currently the healthiest back on Seattle. Him and George Holani. Sidekick now recommending a whole slew of wide receivers in this range. Yeah, reaches on Tesla. I don't know. That one I would not have imagined. I'm just going to take Calvin Ridley. We'll top click ADP and the sidekick here, but God, no ADP value. I'm pick 178. I took a guy with ADP 175. The levels of sweatiness in these rooms is absolutely out of control. Brian Robinson goes. Let's see. He does get Trey Harris. Hey, Trey Harris. Huge win. Huge win. GM, Mr. Mufasa, good morning to you. I hope you're having a great one. Ultimate White Male, though, noting never too early for some Tesla. The touchdown king himself. All he does is go in there, score touchdowns. What do we want to do? I kind of this is so gross. It's not even letting me click Geno. I can't believe I'm taking Geno Smith. I hate myself for doing that. But I do kind of want a third quarterback, and sadly, he's the Jets quarterback, so we're going to take that. I have no further comment on the matter. These wide receivers that are late, there's so many different guys we can click on. I have so much Aaron Rodgers. I want to spread that a little bit, especially on a team. If I don't have Pittman or Metcalf, I'll just get different. Yeah, not super duper thrilled with that, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? All right, Crutches, he did get Trey Harris and then Dalton Schultz. Tiger uppercut since adding Keaton Mitchell. He had Sean Tucker, Dylan Sampson, Cade Otton. Bird enthusiast, he gets Jacoby Brissett, Emmanuel Wilson, and Njoku. Is Brissett a stack? Yes, Trey McBride. All right. Nice there from the Bird enthusiast. Crutches, I literally tabbed over and saw Ricky Castillo at 200, and I was like, why don't I just roster this guy more? Yeah, I know. All he does is come out on absolute fire every morning. It's just totally evergreen. And then I'm here like rooting for Nick Taylor for some weird reason. All right. AD Mitchell went earlier. I don't know. Maybe I should start trying to make that a really late stack. I do see the Jets mocked to take a wide receiver quite a bit, but if they don't, then that's kind of a fun back stack maybe. But drafting Jets players has been kind of the road to poverty in the past few years, so we'll see. Nothing too necessary there. We've got 5 running backs. I don't see a huge need for any of those. We'll probably take one of Malik, Branch, or Bernard. Christian Kirk goes. He's been rising. 17th round seems fair for him. All right, I'll agree with the sidekick. I'll take Malik Washington. Hopefully, Emo Cowboy is in here because he went on a huge Malik Washington rant on the Toxic Tower yesterday. But I'm not going to brag. Emo, I'm not bragging about my exposure. I'm just drafting Malik Washington because I think he's a reasonable pick here. So we'll take that. Mr. Crutches takes Ferguson. I can remember if you were the Stafford drafter. He takes Fergie, and then let's see what he does next. He takes Bernard. I was wondering, I'm very curious. Was Bernard at the top of your sidekick or was Branch? Because I know it doesn't put the same stuff for absolutely everybody. So kind of interesting there. Because I personally prefer Bernard to Branch, but I was just gonna listen to the sidekick to get different. So we'll take Zachariah Branch on this team. So we are now officially up to 8 wide receivers. It was Branch. Branch profiles meh. I'll mix in because draft capital not a fit. All right. We're actually in total alignment there. I prefer Bernard to Branch there. I feel like Branch is one of those guys that like the slappies fall in love with because they're like small and fast, and then like the NFL is like, this guy is a dime a dozen. He's not actually that special. Like we have to manufacture. If you manufacture touches for any of these hyper elite athletes, they're gonna look good. So I don't know. I'm kind of not a huge Branch fan, but why not? We'll mix him in. He could always land somewhere kind of fun. I'll pull the board back up for you, good folks. See some of these later names going off. Tez Johnson going. Don't feel like he's drafted every time, but it looks like Tiger uppercut. We noted he did not have Baker stacked earlier, and now he's added Sean Tucker, Cade Otton, and Tez Johnson. So a lot of the later Tampa pieces going to Tiger uppercut there. Bird enthusiast takes Alvin Kamara. He says, retirement risk be damned. I am not concerned about any such matters. Let's look at, what's kind of interesting. Let's look at the quarterbacks who are left. Tua, Shedeur, Justin Fields now has an ADP rising up. Ty Simpson, JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy has to be pretty much undraftable at this point. Kirk Cousins, we'll see if he goes somewhere. It feels like the open QB spots are pretty much drying up. So don't know where he'd even go at this point, to be honest. I think I was taking some of him thinking he would sign somewhere. And I guess the Browns, we don't know what's going to happen with them, if they're really going to roll with Shedeur and Deshaun Watson. Tiger panicked after missing Freiermuth. Don't panic because you missed Pat Freiermuth. It's gonna be okay. There's always Darnell Washington if you really need somebody. All right, Shoddy takes Bryce Lance. You know what I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take DeMercado on the chance that he is the passing down back for the Chiefs, being that we do have Pat Mahomes on this team. I don't mind adding some DeMercado. He's shown some juice. He definitely shown a little bit of juice there, and I think you never know. You never know. We're all searching for DeMercado. Excuse me, for Jerick McKinnon. Like a conquistador looking for El Dorado. We're searching for Jerick McKinnon 2.0, and we have lost many good men doing it. But I'm gonna join the hunt. All right, Crutches is up. Let's see what he does. And then the sidekick recommending Colby Parkinson, and then a bunch of tight ends. He takes Ted Hurst, another kind of fun click. I think I'm actually going to take Big Darnell Washington here. Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll take Colby Parkinson. We'll take Colby. Why not? We'll listen to the kick. The Rams tight ends, giga annoying. They use 3 different tight ends. You never know who it's going to be, but each of them is capable of spiking. Tiger uppercut, shoot about Darnell. Well, if you want him now, he's there. I didn't take him. I took Colby. I listened to the sidekick. Dutifully took Colby Parkinson. So you did take Darnell. All right. Well, I'm glad he at least went to a good home there. I'm pretty tight end agnostic that late in the draft. And I probably would rather have Darnell on my Rodgers stack. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So for the audio listeners, we drafted a 3-6-8-3 team with Jaden Daniels, Pat Mahomes, Geno Smith, James Cook, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Algier, and Amari DeMercado. Wide receiver room of Rashee Rice, Wandale, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Jerry Jeudy, Calvin Ridley, Malik Washington, and Zachariah Branch, the only rookie we took on this entire team. And then Travis Kelce, Brenton Strange, and Colby Parkinson. We'll check in on the friends and family. Then we're going to hop into one more. Probably only have time for one more draft today, but appreciate all of you guys so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. I've not asked, but please do that. It helps so much. Try to grow this fledgling channel here. So Bird Enthusiast goes 3773. Lamar, Bryce Young, Jacoby Brissett, Ramondre, Rico Dowdle, Tony Pollard, C-Rod, Emmanuel Wilson, Alvin Kamara, and Justice Hill. JSN, T. Higgins, Emeka Egbuka, Jordan Tyson, Jalen Coker, Casey Concepcion, Torrey Horton, and then McBride, Njoku, and Stowers. Nice team here from the Bird Enthusiast. Tiger uppercut goes 3-6-8-3, just like we did. Hurts, Baker, and Rodgers, CMC, Saquon, Scat, and then Keaton, Mitchell, Sean Tucker, Dylan Sampson. I like this, these kind of 3 strong backs, and then three kind of swings here. AJ Brown, Ladd, Jordan Addison, QJ, Shakir, Debo, Tez Johnson, and Hollywood Brown. and Fannin, Otten, Darnell, Washington. Hollywood Brown, a kind of a sneaky, interesting click here. If AJ Brown does leave, Hollywood Brown definitely could carve out a role in Philly. We've seen him do it before. So yeah, I don't mind that at pick 224. Why not? Why not? I've definitely made worse late clicks. And finally, Crutches last, but certainly not least, out of the 12 hole, goes 2, 5, 10, 3. The one thing we can count on for Crutches is he is not constrained by the orthodoxy of the 3, 6, 8, 3 or 3, 7, 7, 3 cabal. He says, screw that. I do not need to have that sort of rigidity. So he goes Herbert and Goff, Genty, Tootin, Monty, Jalen Warren, and J.K. Dobbins. So a pretty strong group of 5 backs. Amon-Ra, Flowers, Devonta Smith, Denzel Boston, Travis Hunter, Omar Cooper, Trey Harris, Jeremy Bernard, Antonio Williams, and Ted Hurst. I'm wondering, it's Antonio Williams, is that an IKB? Because I haven't seen the Kick recommend that, but I do know there's some Antonio Williams folks out there. Goddard, Schultz, and Fergie. Nice team here from Crutches. Again, just don't be afraid to go against the masses. Like you build your own bear, and waiting for 9 if anyone wants to hop in. But yeah, appreciate all of you so much. Yeah, listen to the Kick. All right, well, I'm glad you got the guy you wanted, Tiger Uppercut. Miles Westfield or my Les Westfield, you make the call. Miles, appreciate you so much. GM to you. Hope you're having a great day. Crossface, yo, GM to you, Crossface. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Game Tight you're not late. You're not late. You are perfectly on time. Appreciate you, Game Tight. Smashing the like, even better. Thanks so much for coming in, hanging out, and for the like. Helps so much. It really does. I mean, these things, the algo controls so much for those of us in the content mind. So thank you. Kind of wanted 4 tight end, but room didn't let me get the ones I liked late, says Crutches. Yeah, I was kind of felt like on the fence with my last pick there, or my last 2 picks, if I wanted to do 2 tight ends, but I some of the ones I liked also dried up there. Colby Parkinson is not necessarily my favorite guy there. Nick Taylor is now 1 over. Dear God, this pick is looking worse and worse as time goes on. Sungjae Im is 3 under through 2, eagling the 11th on the back of a 17-foot birdie from old Sungjae Im. Matty Schmid chugging along. Completely missed the green on 15. Dear God. He's 1 under, but that's looking pretty dicey. Checking in on other notables. Koepka and Hovland still 1 over through 4 now for the 2 of them. So tough course. Xander 1 under through 3, and we're rocking and rolling in Florida. We're almost rocking and rolling here, waiting for 4. No, waiting for 1. If anyone wants to hop in, last chance saloon. Last chance to get in this last big board of the morning. But again, appreciate all of you so much. It is so much fun doing this with y'all. And we will probably be starting in no time here. I say that, and we're still waiting for 1. Pro days next week. The pro days have been rocking and rolling, but the one I'm keeping my eye on 6 days from today, Nebraska's pro day. Will Emmett Johnson redeem himself? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But hopefully he can run a little faster at this. Maybe just, come up with some excuse for the combine and save our bags, but we'll see. Game Tight says, hopefully a new contest soon, almost out of both. You and me both, Game Tight. I really want to be able to do some Underdog off stream, but I can't because I'm literally going to run out. This is a brutal room, by the way. We got Mr. Worth at the 1. We got Crutches at the 2. Blueless at the 4. Ingle X of Dog Bowl fame at the 5. Kevin of Kevin fame at the 6. Myself at the 9. Game Tight at the 10. Brooklyn Bum at the 11. Dear God, there will not be a single morsel of ADP value to be had in this room, but we will see. We will see what we can get. Indeed, Kevin, my old arch nemesis. We meet again. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Kevin. Likewise, Blueless. Hope you're having a great morning yourself. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, Greg missed the bus, but I've never been happier. Yeah, this is this one's tough. This one's tough. I'm probably would have been better off missing the bus here too, but you know what? We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. So we get Bijan Gibbs, start, nothing out of the ordinary. We'll see if there's any variation in ADP here. It's funny, the sidekick is a little cooler on Jefferson than it is on Amon-Ra and Lamb, putting them behind Cook and Genty, whereas the market is still of the view, or has moved them up. I think I'm going to take Lamb over Jefferson. I think that's fine. So we'll start with CD Lamb. So we'll start with a wide receiver in this particular draft. Crutch is wondering why people are not taking Gibbs at the 1. Are you underweight on Bijan? Because I know I'm underweight on both. I know I am. Let me see. Can I scooch over real quick? Completed. Bijan. Nope, I'm at 8% Bijan and 5% Gibbs. So I am running cold on my 1s and 2s, but at least not too bad. Jeremiah Love will be the pick here. I just want to see what the sidekick says before I click it off. Oops. Oh, I was impatient. I think I saw green at the top. Yeah, it wants Jeremiah Love. Sounds good to me. So we'll take Jeremiah Love there to pair with CD Lamb. Hey, Perfectly Cromulate. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, Perfectly Cromulate. I hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you so much coming in. Greg saying, having to do your underdog drafts on stream, only getting rooms like this cannot be great for the advance rate. Yeah, there we go. There's my excuse. Advance rate's bad? Well, I was in all these stream rooms. What do you expect from me? Of course I had a bad advance rate. Thank you, Greg. All right. So I'm ready. If this goes south, it's your fault, people. Crutch is definitely not underweight. I just want to get overweight. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Bijan is he looks good. He looks good. It's because at this point, they're gonna bring in someone else, but it's probably gonna be some like day 3 junker that, like, we're not drafting any other running backs on Atlanta, and we know they're gonna use another running back. I mean, just because every team has to mix someone in to spell them or whatnot. So it's just so clean right now with Bijan. That said, with Gibbs, I mean, right now it's only Pacheco who famously like tried to post a new Sonic and Knuckles meme, and Gibbs just ignored it completely. Feels like Pacheco wants to be in the part of something, and Gibbs is like, nah, man. But yeah, Gibbs Bowers feels like a pretty good start here from the 2-hole. Gads, George, Pickens. So no fear there of my aforementioned holdout situation. J-Dubs, Mr. Worth, Bijan, Nico, Olave. Gosh, the starts on the left do feel pretty nice. Let's see what Bluelist does. He adds a running back. He goes Chase, London, Jacobs, Inglex, JSN, Chase Brown, Bijan, Kevin, our mortal enemy. He does some weird structures sometime. Let's see what Kevin does. He goes Josh Allen. So no running backs for Kevin. He's the only one with no backs so far. That's not surprising. It'd be weird if Kevin did like a standard draft. And then let's see. Gosh, the sidekick is really going to have us overweight on Rashee Rice, isn't it? Good heavens. The sidekick likes Rashee Rice. Ted McMillan goes, I guess I'll listen. I'm so curious. Again, Crutches, you mentioned this before. I'm really curious on the difference that it has between Rice and Higgins. Like I would love to see the sidekick add some feature where we could see what's the downside of taking pick 2, 3, or 4 or whatever over top clicking. But we'll take Rashee Rice. Why not? We're trying to win this contest. So we will see what happens there. Matty Schmid made bogey, so he's back to even. Nick Taylor just teed off and hit a 267-yard tee shot on a par 5, dear God, and hit it into the rough. All right, it's fine. He just had Gumby teeing off for him for some reason. All right, Balling Out says, I'm done taking running backs. He had Zay Flowers after adding Kyron there. We'll see what Brooklyn Bum is up to. Brooklyn Bum starts Cook, A-Chain, Higgins. So last draft, I started Cook, A-Chain, Rice. So he gets that start, but from the 11 hole. Let's see what we end up with. Sidekick wants Bucky first. I'm not doing that. I think I'd rather take Javonte here. I like Devonta Smith, but I'm going to take Javonte. We're going to make a big bet on Dallas on this team. So we got Lamb, Love, Rice, and Javonte Williams. Xander Week checks out. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't used Xander at Torrey Pines. I tried something. And it utterly failed. He hadn't missed a cut in 72 tournaments, and then I use him as my one and done, and he misses his first cut. So that was on me. that was on me for trying to be the smartest guy in the room, and I was the dumbest guy in the room. I wouldn't use him anywhere here. Sorry. Yeah, he's pretty low owned in one and done. All right, let's see what Kevin does. Yeah, Kevin takes Devonta Smith again. Kevin, of all people, was gonna go 0 RB. You could count on that, especially. No, I was gonna say from the 6th hole. Usually, people are taking one of Taylor or CMC. So he kind of went out of his way to show off just how smart he is. But that's how Kevin works. Engel X, he takes the ADP value on Bucky Irving. So there we go. I just have such a hard time clicking Bucky. I don't actually think I have any Bucky. Let me see. Do I have any Bucky? No, I have 0 Bucky through 137 teams. So there you go. All right, pull the board back up so people can see what's going on. Mr. Worth, he adds Travion and Mike Evans here. Crutches, he added Javonte to Gibbs. So he's got a Detroit double here. Let's see what he does. He adds Devontae Adams. Not seeing quite as a concentration of the running backs on the right as we did on the last draft, where it really got clustered over here. But Engel X is hogging all of them himself. Javonte. Did I miss some? Did I call JMO Javonte? I've definitely been known to flub my words when I'm talking here, so apologies. I meant JMO if I said Javonte. All right, let's see what Kevin does. Kevin hates Scatabo. He won't take him out of principle, especially drafting with me. I know that. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I called JMO Javonte. I know it's Jameson too. It's like literally his nickname. It's tough. It's tough out here. And there's, the chat doesn't always immediately correct you, but it's fine. Let's see what Irish does here. The machine wants me to take Scatabo. We're not going to ignore that. We're going to take our guy. God help us if they take Jeremiah Love. If they take Jeremiah Love, then we just have the entire Giants backfield, which seems really good at picks 2 and 5. Sidekick hates Lamar, says Bird Enthusiast. Yeah, it's not super high on Lamar. I'm not super high on Lamar either, to be candid with you, but we don't need to relitigate that. I'm famously not super high on him, and I'm not willing to write everything off on the hamstring stuff like some are. But it's fine. I mean, he's a perfectly reasonable pick, but I have some worries about him for whatever reason. All right, Cortland Sutton goes, I'm not going to take Jaden Daniels this time like I did last time. I'm going to take Christian Watson. And then we'll, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to take Tyler Warren. I have been saying I want more Tyler Warren. I've been pounding on this drum, and then I never actually end up drafting him because I get sucked in by the receivers in this range. I really like Tyler Warren. I think he's live to be like tight end 3. I guess you were drafting him as tight end 4. That's actually not that exciting when you're saying he could be tight end 3. I just felt like if I said tight end 1, that would come across as disingenuous. I think he could have a big year. I think he's live to be tight end 1 in week 17. How about that? Did I just invent a new way to hype up a guy? Because I don't think in a full season he's going to be tight end 1, but I think he's absolutely live to have the biggest week in the playoffs. If that makes sense. He's he was really, really good at the beginning of the year before the Colts fell apart. So that's how we're going to spin it. He's live to be tight end 1, week 17. Alec Pierce goes right after. Speaking of Colts, but man, that's a frothy price from. Is that what he's at? Is that his new price? Irish 71. He went at 65. Yeah, so that's not even that far off. Man, Alec Pierce has gotten very, very steamy here. J-Dubs, he windmilled in Hurts. I've never seen anyone click someone faster than that. Dear God. Mr. Worth, very excited to take Jalen Hurts at the 6-7 turn. See what he does with it. He's not as prepared for the next pick. He double taps quarterback. He takes Drake May. And now let's see what Mr. Crutches does here. At pick 74, he takes Jalen Warren. We're picking at 81. I think there's a very obvious pick for me. We'll see if he comes back to me, though, or what the room allows me to do. So, reviewing some people's teams. The sidekick does not hate Lamar, says Crutches. I just don't, I don't take him, so I feel like I don't even know where he goes. I was just believing Bird Enthusiast. Sidekick loves Lamar. We're back. Interesting, was curious what he'd do with the second pick. Yeah, I was too. It's very, it's probably, the sidekick does love Drake May. We do know that. We know that. All right, let's see. What is, like, I want to take Dak. I'm going to be kind of annoyed if Dak goes here. Why, Irish? Why? Why did you take Dak and Lamar? Oh my God, what a dope. I mean, we really just, we live in a society. We live in a society, and if we can't trust our neighbor, then, like, what's even the point? All right, we'll take Mahomes. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I know you don't. I just, I'm saying he's fairly ranked in it. I have plenty. Okay. No, I didn't know where, I couldn't remember how frequently they put him at the top. I feel like he's, I don't know. Now I have to go back and think about it. I feel like he's always on the list, but I like didn't see him at the top a lot. But that could just be a function of like where I am in the draft. He's kind of like, he's kind of on his own, like in ADP a little bit between like after Lamar, but then ahead of this, they have this like Burrow, Daniels, Hurts, Caleb range kind of clumped together. Yeah, he's definitely on the first page. Oh my God, I'm up on the clock. Do I really want Fannin? Sure. Oh, I already have a tight end. You guys distracted me. And now, oh God. I blame all of you. I really didn't want or need that. This whole draft unraveled when Irish here, still drunk from St. Patrick's Day, took Dak for no gosh darn reason at pick 80. I just don't understand it. But again, I promised I wouldn't get upset about people sniping quarterback, but that one just seemed particularly stupid. Bird Enthusiast, I was just in a room with Sack and he passed on Lamar with Zay in the middle of the 5th round. Oh, all right. Seems strange to me. Yeah, do you remember who he took over him? Because there are definitely some names that are almost always at the top of the kick. Dear God, I can't believe I just basically autoed Fannin when I had Warren there. That's not what we wanted to do. All right, let's check in on the golf. Hey, everybody's back at even par on the team. So Nick Taylor made birdie at 5. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. All right, let's check in on people whose drafts aren't completely falling apart. Brooklyn Bum, what's going on with you? You got a 1-4-3-0. He's got Cook and A-Chain, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Joe Burrow, Dowdle, and Algier. Makes sense. Kevin, what are you up to? 1, 2, 4, 1. Amon Ra, Trey McBride, Josh Allen, Devonta Smith, David Montgomery, MHJ, Chuba Hubbard, and Ricky Pierce. Of course, it was, Kevin is a Ricky Pearsall truther. Yeah, I like the team here, Kevin. Think it's makes sense. Ingle X 1331, JSN, Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Bucky Irving, and then no more backs since then. Odunze, Daniels, Michael Wilson, and Kyle Pitts. So we are we're off and running on this draft. I'm still irrationally tilted about the Fannin pick, but it's fine. He will take Mahomes in the 80s now. Yeah, I mean, if you've been sidekicking, it starts recommending Mahomes at like pick 72. It's very, very aggressive with the Mahomes ranking there. All right. The sidekick likes Jaden Reed quite a bit. I think I prefer Dobbs slightly to Reed, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll see what comes around the other side for us. We'll take a Romeo Dobbs share. Interested. So Crutches, he had the option here of taking Goff or Stafford and chose Stafford there. So I think the sidekick would have recommended Stafford there, but I was expecting to have seen Goff come off, and then I saw him on the draft board. So that was just slightly notable to me there, because I thought there might be double stacking. Gadsden goes, let's just take Tony Pollard. Yeah, we're going to take Tony Pollard because Jeremiah Love, he's either going to go to the Giants. If he goes to the Giants or Tennessee, one of these two picks is going to get nuked. So might as well go all in on that. Now we really need him to go to the Commanders here. Guy with 3 naked QBs. Respect. Let's see who. Oh, balling out over here. Yeah, why not? Why not? The 12-hole. Genty, Saquon, Kyron. A little interlude with Zay Flowers. Back to running back Swift and Harvey. And then T-Law, Dart, QJ, and Goff. Why not? Why not? This man just heard, you know what you need nowadays? You need 3 quarterbacks. And he got us 3 quarterbacks. Doesn't care if they're stacked or not. I mean, there we go. Believe in something. And this one believes in unstacked quarterbacks. All right, let's see. Blue list. What have you been up to? 1-3-5-1. Chase, Drake London, Josh Jacobs, Luther Burden, QJ, Lemon, Ramondre, Brock Purdy, Jacoby Myers, and Kincaid. Kincaid's been falling, I think, on the word that he is not getting surgery on his knee. Kind of weird. I think there was some people questioning some of the decision making on that, but Kincaid has been a faller, which I don't know if I fully understand. Crutches adds Tyler Shuck to his team, denying Mr. Dobbs his third quarterback stack with Chris Olave there, who consoles himself with Matthew Golden and Sadiq. So we'll see how that pans out. And then Mr. Crutches takes Coker, and we're back swinging through the 11th. But thank you for swinging by. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub, consider joining the channel. We're doing our best here. We're having a pretty good draft. I would say a great draft if Dak was on this team, but we didn't get that. No surgery on the lava lamp, Miles. They said no. The lava lamp is working as intended, so we don't get that. Kevin, no. Kevin takes Malik Willis. He can't resist the allure of the 2-win Dolphins starting quarterback. Kevin knows who I'm about to take here, and he can't wait to report to the Slappy Central Discord what happens. But this time, Kevin, it's the sidekick's fault. It's the sidekick's fault when we add more Khalil Shakir. If Khalil Shakir's gone, I was going to say I'd probably just take Darnold. But, Kevin, we're going to take a Khalil Shakir share just for you. He has fallen probably on the news of A, DJ Moore, and B, his foot/ankle surgery. I saw someone speculating it was tightrope surgery, which would be really bad, but I don't know if that was actually confirmed or not. He'd been dealing with ankle sprains and did something to help stabilize the ankle. Don't love to see that, but it's something he's supposed to be ready for the start of everything from. But I don't really like receivers getting off-season surgery around their feet. Makes me kind of nervous. Sorry, Kevin. You knew it was going to happen. You knew what this draft was about. All right, let me see something. Where? Boy, I don't know if he's going to come back to me. I'm just going to take Daniel Jones now. I don't want to fall too far behind at quarterback, and I do like Jones and Warren. I'm really annoyed that I took Fannin there. I really don't want Fannin on this team, especially when I'm going out of my way to get Warren. I'm trying to get more overweight. I didn't want this to be like a 2 tight ends before round 8 team, but, that is okay. So we'll take Danny Dimes. The drafter right after me was the Alec Pierce drafter who randomly took Dak, so I couldn't trust them to allow Danny Jones to come back to me a few picks past ADP. So we scooped him up there, and we will see what happens. Let's check in on what our friends are doing. Brooklyn Bum, he's since added Baker, Gainwell, Jennings, and Higgins. Kevin, after Malik Willis, added Dallas Goedert. Makes sense. He's got a little bit of an Eagles situation minus Hurts with Devonta and Goddard. Blueless, he takes Cam Ward after adding Kincaid and Rashad White. Crutches on the clock. Takes Aaron Jones. Makes sense there. And now Mr. Worth. Mr. Worth, what are you up to? What's the plan? He takes Likely and... I really like the quick first pick and then thinking about the next one. C-Rod. All right, so C-Rod goes in this draft at pick 145. Kevin says, this was my first McBride team. I didn't like the running backs in the third, so this team is shaky at best, but not dead yet. I think this team's fine. Monty, Hubbard, Dobbins, Coleman. I've definitely seen worse running back rooms in my life. Coleman, I'm not super duper high on, but I mean, why not? We just don't know yet. He's fallen a bit too, right? Wasn't he going a little higher than this earlier? No, I can't remember. Blueless takes Bryce Young. Nobody wants to be left out of the 3 QB meta. Ingle X though. Ingle X not afraid, but I think quarterback is pretty grim. Yeah, now we're down to Jacoby Brissett, Gino, and co. So it dried up. Kevin takes. See, again, this is why these stream drafts are so killer. I can't get a guy like Keaton Mitchell, 10 picks ahead of ADP because he's going 15 picks ahead of ADP. All right, I'll take Diggs here. He just continues to absolutely plummet down draft boards, and if he re-signs with New England, he's going to rise up again. So I'll take the dip on that. I don't love him. He's definitely not my favorite click, but I will take him. People were drafting him in like pick 80. So we'll see. Miles asked if I'm hyped for first day of March Madness. No, I'll be honest. I'm not that hyped. I have not followed college basketball at all. I don't know. I wish I could feign like some huge degree of enthusiasm. Like it's fine. It'll be fun. It's always fun, but I'm pre-flop. I'm not super bought in right now. I got to be honest. Maybe I will, but just right now I'm a little like, yeah, it'll be fun. All right, let's take Emmett Johnson. Haven't taken him in a while. 60 picks past where we were taking him at the height of the excitement. Pro day next week. Let's pray that his pro day is something good. We'll see. Hartman, GM. Hey, GM2 Hartman. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Appreciate you so much. Crutch says the one draft I need running backs. Let's see what's left. Woof. Tajay Spears, Trey Benson, Sean Tucker, Kamara, Samson, Bigsby. It's so grim. It's so dark. These drafts have gotten so difficult. They've gotten so difficult. Like my third quarterback, if I take one, is now in that like Aaron Rodgers range. If I'm lucky, I could have Geno Smith, but like no one's ever said that unironically before. Like I don't even mean that. So it is bad. Crutches likes Emmett at these prices. Yeah, at 160, I'll definitely take the flyer on him. His college tape didn't go away because he had a bad combine. If I needed a tight end, I would have taken Juwan, but I had two, and I was like, oh, maybe he'll get back to the old Tyler Shuck drafter. Nope. Went back and looked early the other day. I drafted Diggs at 56 and 60. That's what I'm saying. Pick 153. He's gonna play somewhere. Like the old adage, there's no bad players, just bad prices. I think he was a bad price before. At 153, come on, I'll take a flyer on that. That's we're shark jumping. I don't mean to pick on Irish after he sniped me, but I would much rather have Diggs than like James Conner. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Just take Henry. Nope. Gotta take Juwan Johnson there. Juwan Johnson, who opened these drafts like stone free for some reason. Chig goes, another guy that I want to get more of, that I have whiffed on. Someone needs to fire Emmett. Yeah, he definitely got like horrific advice. Like Coleman probably would have been just as slow, but we don't know. So we're still taking him at 115. Again, who knows what the NFL will do? But yeah, definitely did not help himself by running, opting out. Yeah, the surrender, the surrender button on like blackjack. Like, now, just give me back some portion. We're good. All right, let's see what we want to do here. It's like the sidekick really wants me to take Geno here. God. I'm literally going to take Geno because I don't want any of these other players that I'm looking at. Like this, it's so dark. And I can't even pair Geno with AD Mitchell because Kevin had to take him. I can't even build like a late fun backstack. It's you just can't have anything, I guess. But that's all right. We'll figure something out. We'll start taking some fun wide receivers, I suppose. And we'll see who the sidekick thinks those fun receivers are. It has Trey Harris at the top. That's not as fun as I might hope, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I think my preference here is to just take Bigsby. If he really is the contingent back in Philly, then I think he's a great pick in round 16. So we'll take a Tank Bigsby share. I have a lot of Bigsby already, but we'll grab him there. I think he makes a certain amount of sense at this point. Again, there's enough late receivers where don't feel like I'm going to get frozen out. Whereas the late running backs, it's like, I don't want to have to give the DeMercado hopium again. because I'm not even sure I buy it fully. Checking back in on the Valspar, Matty Schmid is now 1 over after going bogey in holes 15 and 16. That's not great. Sung J.M. 4 under through 4, leading the tournament currently. So there we go with that. Nothing else too notable, I would have to say. Let's check the bottom, see if anyone is truly falling apart. Charlie Hoffman, 5 over through 8. Yikes. Victor Hovland, 2 over through 6. Not great there. All right. Ingle X adds a third quarterback in Michael Penix. So Penix goes ahead of Tua in this draft. Seen that happen both ways in these latest drafts, although I feel like I've seen Tua go ahead of him more. Crossface would rather have Diggs at 153 than Waddle at 50. The great Waddle debate. Where did he go with this draft? Waddle went at pick 39. So the draft before he went at pick 51. This draft pick 39. So that to me is more common lately, the 39. So that could just be the new price. Let's check in on friends and family. Brooklyn Bum, he goes Kelsey, Omar Cooper, Njoku, and Tyreek Hill. So he takes the Tyreek pick there. Kevin has added, after Mitchell, he added Shaheed, AD Mitchell, and Dylan Sampson. Crutches has added, after Mendoza, Spears, Allen, Trey Tucker with Mendoza, and then Ferguson, and Mr. Worth, C-Rod, Travis Hunter Henry, and then Benson and Tucker. So let's see what the sidekick says to do. It's basically like just draft some wide receivers. So we will oblige it there. We'll take Surratt on this team. So not super rookie heavy. We did have Jeremiah Love. He's a little, he is a rookie, but he's kind of, to me, in we're pretty sure we're getting something out of him year one. Later rookies, we got Emmett Johnson and Surratt. Probably going to add quite a few more as this draft winds down. Joel got distracted by Mr. Worth by a work call and missed his turn. Oh no, it wasn't too bad. It was too bad. You got Trey Benson. Sean Tucker's fine. I don't click Trey Benson at all anymore. I don't think you do either. So that is a little unlucky there. I have to say that's some run bad. Let's see what Game Tight does. I would take Brazel over Branch on this one. So we'll take Chris Brazel the second. So a lot of teams for me end like this, where we're just clicking some late wide receivers. Feels much more comfortable than the late running backs. But appreciate all of you. This was a pretty fun stream, fun draft. We had to get a little uncomfortable in this one. Again, was really hoping to have taken Dak with Javonte and Lamb. Thought we were going to get him, but we're denied by Irish there. Ended up pairing Geno with Tyler Warren. Daniel Jones with Tyler Warren, and then added another Geno Smith share, which, gosh, this feels like forcing the 3 QB upon yourself when you don't want it, because I really do not like Geno Smith and struggle to find a world where he's really hitting my lineup like ever, because I think he's bad and the Jets are bad. But hey, gotta tick the boxes, I guess. All right, notable picks. Kevin, he takes Tonjes. I know Kevin is a Tonjes bull. Ingle X takes Firemouth here at pick 212. Jordan James, another Kevin pick, but this time going to Tibbsy in the 18th round. Man, when we're taking Jordan James in the 18th round, we are really getting desperate. Crutches takes Colby Parkinson to pair with Ferguson. So 2 out of 3 Rams tight ends. Mr. Worth takes Aaron Rodgers and Ollie Gordon. So he starts collecting some of the Dolphins scraps there. Hopefully the work call has concluded satisfactorily for him. Brooks Koepka is now 1 under through 6, so has turned the tides after starting 1 over. Matti Schmidt is now gone bogey on 15, 16, and 17. So not great for our German friend there. Blueless takes Branch. Ingle X takes Bernard. So again, seeing the same crop of rookies kind of going in this range here. Let's see. Who do we want to take? Who do we want to take? Man, I don't even know if I want to say the name out loud of who I'm thinking of, because it's so disgusting. But let's take Greg Dulcich. Speaking of disgusting names, currently tight end 1 in Miami. Personally, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm drafting one of these project tight ends who might take a year or two to matriculate. But if Dulcich really is tight end 1, could have some spikes this year. So Kevin passes on that. Did he already go? Malik Washington had to have gone. Yeah, Malik Washington already went. Vele is my favorite of these late, more veteran picks. They went out of their way to trade for him. You know, I already have Surratt in Brazil, so Vele to me has more upside than a lot of these other picks that are way down here in the doldrums. So with that said, this ends up being a 3-6-8-3. Mahomes, Danny Dimes, Geno Smith, Jeremiah Love, Javonte Williams, Cam Scatabo, Tony Pollard, Emmett Johnson, Tank Bigsby. Wide receivers of CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Romeo Doubs, Khalil Shakir, Steph Diggs, Surratt, Brazil, and then Devon Vele. And then Tyler Warren, Harold Fannin, and Greg Dulcich. Let's see some late picks. Trevor Etienne, little Etienne goes in Carolina. So for those of you looking for a alternative to Brooks, there are Etienne people out there. Torrey Horton goes to Kevin. We see another Tez Johnson share in this one. Crutches ends with Tyler Higbee. So it takes 4 tight ends, 3 of whom were on the Rams. So he went Bowers. Interesting build here. You don't see this too often, but I can't say I hate it. Because honestly, like, one of these tight ends does tend to spike from time to time. So why not? Why not? Hey, Inglex, first of all, appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Like the team that you put together. Yeah, Trevor A-Chain. I'm not doing it. He's going to be Etienne to me until I find out that's really not a bit. Disgusting. Look at that hair. I missed. Greg Dulcich. Yeah, he's like got the Troy Polamalu situation going. Not bad at all. Greg, Dolphins should try to trade for Wicks. Keep the GB Miami pipeline open. Absolutely. We're just Green Bay South. 2 more scat teams, huh? Jake, who could have possibly foreseen this? Please don't take Jeremiah Love. Giants. But everyone, this was so much fun. If you can, on your way out, drop a like, drop a sub, and leave a comment. All those things help so much. But I will be back tomorrow. It'll be a great Friday show, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for drafting. Take care, everyone.